Hey everyone, it's Lynnea. I have a special project for you today. Pink and Main and Heffy Doodle are collaborating. So I'm going to be using a stamp set from Heffy Doodle and then some dies and pattern paper from Pink and Main to bring you an adorable monkey slimline card. So let's start with my stamping. I have the Heffy Doodle Chimply the Best stamp set. These little monkeys are so chubby and so cute. I fell in love with them as soon as I saw them. So I'm going to grab my stamping platform and I'm just going to stamp the vine, all of the bananas, and actually all of the monkeys. I'm going to use all of them on my card. I'm using a Copic Safe ink so that I can do some Copic coloring. Let's start with the body of the monkey. I'm going to be using some earth browns. So I have E37, E35, E33, and E31. I'm just going to start by outlining parts of the image where I want there to be some shadow. So wherever I think there will be dark image or dark portions of the image rather, I'm going to start with my darkest color, and then I'll come in with my what I like to call my dark medium or my medium dark. Blend that out a little bit, and then my medium light, just again pulling out those shadows a little bit, and then come in with my lightest color and give that an overall color, and this gives me depth with shadows and some light images. Now for the face and tummies of these little monkeys, I'll use some more earth browns. I'm going with E55, E53, E51, and E50, and again working darkest to lightest, just pulling out those shadows. Then I'll come in with R11 for the cheeks and for the tongue. I did end up switching this out for R20. I just thought that that would be a little bit darker and make those cheeks stand out a little more. For my bananas, I used two different color combinations, Y38, Y19, and Y08, as well as Y19, Y08, and Y06. I did some bananas that were darker than others and some that were lighter than others. For the inside of the banana, the one banana is open, so I'm using Y13, Y11, and, oh, I forgot my last one, Y000, just to give that kind of whitish yellow flesh. For the vines, I'm going to come in with YG17. This is my darkest color. I'm going to just use that on the vine, not on the leaves themselves. And then YG25 for my light color on the vine, and then that color is going to swap over to the dark color for my leaves. So I'm outlining some shadows with YG25, blending that out a little bit with YG23, and then coloring all over with YG21. I stamped the vine 3 times, as well as all of those bananas 3 times, and cut them all out with the Heffy Doodle Chimply the Best coordinating die set. Now let's build my background. I wanted to use this leafy slimline die from Pink and Main, but this is definitely a die that's made for fall. So those oak leaves were a little out of place, but those center leaves there, I think they're the birch tree leaves, they look like those leaves that are on the vines from the Chimply the Best stamp set. So all I'm going to do is cut out those oak leaves, cut out a couple extra of those birch tree leaves, and then glue them in place. For my background to go behind the leafy slimline die, I'm going to use the new Hooray 6x6 paper pack from Pink and Main, and I'm just going to pick out a paper that I think is going to look good with this die. The first couple colors that I chose made it look definitely fall-like, so I'm just going to continue on trying to find out which pattern looks the best. I finally settled on this light blue with these yellow polka dots. I thought this looked kind of jungly-ish and it made my card happy, so that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to cut that pattern paper right in half at 3 inches so that it's perfect to lay behind my leafy slimline die. Then all I'm going to do is just miter together these pattern papers so that I can line up the images and have the seam of the center of that one leaf cover everything up. So once I got there, I'm just going to trim away the excess, and then I can glue this piece onto a card base. My card base measures 3.5 by 8.5, and this die is 3.25 by 8.25, so there's a little bit of a white border there. Then I'm just going to take those extra leaves that I cut out with the leafy slimline die and trimmed out with my scissors. I'll use my liquid adhesive, and I'm just going to plug them right in where the oak leaves were on that slimline background. Nobody will even know the difference because I'm just going to put them right in Nobody's going to know that I cut this die apart and made it look more jungle themed instead of fall themed. Now I have all of my Heffy Doodle images from the Simply the Best stamp set, and I'm just going to play around with arranging them on my card. I know I want the vines to go across the top because there are two monkeys with their tails up that I can have them hanging from the vines. There's two monkeys that are kind of either standing or sitting. This one that's sitting, his little hands are coming in towards the front, so you can put a banana in, he's holding it. And the coordinating die set for the Simply the Best stamp set, it cuts those little hands so you can even tuck that banana in to make it look like he's definitely holding that banana. It's so cute. Now for my sentiment, I'm going to grab the Pink and Main thin alpha dies, and I'm going to spell out the word hello. I knew that I wanted to use some of the new glitter cardstock from Pink and Main. I just wasn't sure which color. At first I thought maybe I would go with a contrasting color like a pink or a coordinating color like a green, but nothing was really working for me, and eventually I went with this pretty blue color from the Summer Glitter Paper Pack. I cut out the word hello, and I also cut it out from some white cardstock, and I layered the glitter letters on top of the white, so I had a drop shadow so that those letters would stand out a bit from my background. Now I'm just going to go to town, and I'm going to add all of these little monkeys on top of my slimline card. I'll add the monkeys with some foam tape and the letters with foam tape as well so that they pop off the page a little bit. I went crazy with bananas too. I hung bananas from the vines, and each little monkey is holding a banana too. I'm just going to finish off by adding a sentiment strip from the Heffy Doodle Simply the Best stamp set to go along with these thin alpha dies from Pink and Main. And this card is finished. I want to say a huge thank you to Heffy Doodle for collaborating with the Pink and Main team. You can head over to my blog. There's lots of information on a blog hop that's happening, and you'll be able to see a lot more inspiration combining Pink and Main and Heffy Doodle projects. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Remember to head to my blog. The link is in the video description below, as well as links to the products I've used today. I'll see you soon. Bye! Thank you again very much for watching this video. If you liked this video and you'd like to see more from me, please hit that subscribe button that is on the screen now. And here are a few other videos that I thought you might enjoy.